I go first. As you can see, they are standing on a 5-win and 1-loss score. And we have seen how much the Memento deck can do going first. And we start things off already with the Dark Blade. And there is an Ash Blossom. Bone Party. Bone Party. To follow it up, Davide not ready to stop.
Yeah, I mean, talking about Davide, we have already witnessed him in other events, at Italian Opens, at YCS level, and is always performing incredibly well with the deck. And
Today.
Still today. And this was one of the deck that was piloted also by Vincenzo Rufino, which he was a huge
Yu-Gi-Oh player, now in retirement. After having played one event.
Magari non rivede.
Literally. And now, I mean, if in doubt, stop the horse. That's the main suggestion against Memento, and that has not been the case for Nicola, so he is in trouble.
And what we will also always said about Memento is how difficult the deck is to be played. But also, I think it's even more difficult to play against it. Just because of the many interaction that the deck has, and if you don't really know where to activate your hand traps, you may really get in trouble.
Yeah, in a way it reminds me of Plants and the dominating runs that he had here in Europe, just because he kept on performing, but people still kind of refuse to read the cards. And that has been the case exactly for this same deck. And here comes one of the key cards of the deck, the Gaddick. And yeah, it's filled with these one-offs that just do so much for the deck. And it's interesting to see how they have approached deck building, still playing the droplet and going second. But for this event has decided to go for a lot of chew-offs in terms of interruptions, which is quite unusual.
I really like how David has been implementing the deck throughout different formats, and I think he's been playing the deck at least for a year, for a good year now, and they're still playing it. And I think it's for sure one of the best Memento players in Europe.
Yeah.
He has been consistently piloting it, as mentioned, at YCS level, at Italian Open level. And here, honestly, sitting with a 5-1 record is impressive. And let's see if he can even advance further into this tournament. And I mean, it's facing what it's the most represented deck in the venue. And here, let's see if his opponent has any other sort of interruption, because it seems that David is still feel free to continue to
comboing off like crazy. Now accessing the sheep. Sleepy.
here he brought back the Tatsunoto Shigo to the graveyard, and I mean, I think what really makes the deck so interesting is how many different sort of interactions, plays the deck has, and I think it can do so much with just one card, to be fair. And I've always seen Davide being very comfortable with the deck. I think the success also is just built on making yourself more confident and confident tournament after tournament. And he definitely is with this deck. So yeah, it's now looking promising because it's just continuing to combo off, and his opponent is just witnessing the Memento deck.
And I mean, the goal of the deck is usually just to end up on the combined creation. It's just the boss of the deck, shuffling back 5, and it's so good, just representing negations, multiple pops with the Creation King. And we have seen this plenty of time in previous events featuring Davide again and again, so... Here comes SP. We might be almost done, but before we do, comes another of those one-off, the Horned Dragon. And finally, that combined creation, shuffling back 5. Still, as you can see, the ending field from Davide. And another one that we have not seen all that often, which is this Memento Clan, the field spell. That's an opening, if I've seen one.
Well, I mean, I think it's. I think Davide can be very satisfied with this opening field. And here comes
the one bonfire in 50 cards.
Yes. And Davide here must have faced this deck. I don't know. Yeah, plenty of times. He must be super familiar with it and playing against it. Knows where to activate his interruptions. And here comes the X.
Yeah.
And sending the
aggregator.
Yes.
To which Davide simply responds by using the SP, getting rid of this X, and allowing to search for Sword. And yeah, just look at this. So much recursion from Davide, being able to bring back some of these Memento monsters. And follow it up by normal summoning this word. Not quite the most ideal. And I'm pretty sure that he has another one of those one-offs in 50, which is the RP Feather Storm.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
pretty sure
Really?
he has it in hand. Yeah. Which we usually see in the side deck, but since he's maining triple copy of Trust, 3 copies of them. Yeah, there it is. So he drops the RP Feather Storm to special summon the ice.
Let's see here, Davide, how he wants to respond to this.
And yeah, gonna pop both with the Creation King. Nicola allows it. And now he reveals that he's also playing Mitsurugis. Ooh, and an Ash Blossom, and that is it, I think. Yes, Nicola picks up. Let's take a look. Do we have some old Charmies? We start things off with the one-of in deck. Aramasa.
No, John Lockbird from
Davide.
Yeah.
And Abukiri, yes, gets to resolve. Abakiri. And yeah. Not going for the ritual though. Right away at least. We're gonna go for prayers.
Really curious to see if Nicola here will try to adapt his playstyle, given that he's playing against Memento. So if he really wants to go for another line, but of course it all depends if Davide has an interruption.
And yeah, makes sense since we did not add it, that it was already in the end. Ooh, but that's a bit interesting. Unfortunately, picked up in hand the card that he wanted to get from deck, I guess. But he will be able to get back this Serpent. And here comes, as we were saying, even another of those engines, which is this Finsmith package, which actually consists only of one engraver, and that's it, no other card.
And I think this is the first time ever we see something like this, to be fair, because I've never seen like only one engraver being played.
No, and I mean, it pretty much means that we can use it to make Caesar. That's the main point, I guess. And yeah, that's what's gonna happen here. Not even playing tracked, just a straight up one engraver, and that's it. This is what it's there for, I guess. Mainly to play around Nibiru, and yeah, working out, I guess. Interesting idea. Here comes another of those cards from the side deck. which is the Great Purification.
Well, this is a very nice start from Nicola.
Yeah, very strong.
Yeah. Is Davide playing any Go Second cards such as, I don't know, Forbidden Droplet?
Yeah, he does play Droplet still. And Talent, I think. Not that many, actually. Only 2 Droplet and 1 Talent. The rest is pretty much full engine. And 2 face downs, one of which is a negate. The Purification. But no Ryzeals. Oof. And an artifact Lancia just to
this is
slow
coming.
down Davide even more. Let's see, because this could be a quick one. We start things off with the Witch.
Well, Lancia here is huge. Because not only you have to face the Caesar and you know, the rest of the field, but really putting in some work for Davide, because really needs to find a solution.
Yeah, he gets the Sleepy.
Yeah, he drew the Droplet, so
That's a great way to start things off here. Do we have a chain? Yeah, he can still negate it with the Purification, no? Yeah. Purification comes down, negating the Droplet. Do we have any follow-up?
well, he must have drew the Fuvolos as Sitskar. And here comes the prayers being activated. Lot of different interactions here from Nicola. And yeah, you can tell that David is having a bit think on this, because he has to navigate the whole field, plus Lancia, now there's the prayers being activated. It's difficult. It's a very difficult situation for him. He's trying to find a way out. Still worth mentioning, there are 22 minutes remaining on the round, so there's still plenty of time.
Still plenty of time, but quite a tough spot. And yeah, you can resolve, which means we can clear this goblin from the field. Although this would enable the penguin, or I mean, not really a penguin, it's the Achiron. It's my nickname for it, which if a Memento is destroyed, then you can special summon it back. So let's see whether that will be the case. No. And seems like there will be no response at the moment. Nicola a bit baffled here about what he could even do.
I mean, so far this weekend we have only seen fought after matches, one after the other, and this one is, you know, one of them for sure, because you can tell that Davide is really thinking deeply about each move, what to make. Doesn't want to make any mistake, especially because, you know, at this stage into the tournament we're in round 7. There's still 2 matches remaining for the one, and you really want to try to get yourself ahead and you know, advance into a 6-1 record.
But yeah, I think Davide is yeah, seen enough. He tried to play around, and you get and question number 1: do we see any Molcharmies before the main phase? No. Same start as game 1 with the blade. It was ashed in game 1. And it's ashed again. I mean, didn't work out in game 1, and we still try the same. Oof, and that's a great way to follow it up.
Well, what a start here from Davide with Pot of Prosperity, giving him chance to look at the top 6 cards of his deck.
Which is not to be taken for granted, by the way. Like, going for 6 can also smell weakness. So let's see. And that's a bit unfortunate. If we would have used it before, then the pot could have not been used. But unfortunately, chaining it here doesn't do all that much. And a lot of different options available.
Yeah, he has a lot of combo pieces. He has the Drone Lockbird if he really feels like hiding it. But nope, that's not the case. So Davide for this turn will play under Artifact Lancia.
And we do have Sleepy. No, it's not Sleepy, actually, sorry.
Is it Tatsunoto Shigo?
Yeah, it's by far the best card in the deck, actually.
Yeah, and I think here Davide will show us, you know, how to perform.
This is the card which you should try to stop. That's the general idea. And here comes actually the Sleepy. 3 of in the side deck, by the way. So very consistent going first. And yeah, here comes the Creation King.
you think he might have forgotten to activate the Lancia right away? Because I don't really.
I mean, I don't think he thought about the pot. That's why he wanted him to extend into it, but that seems like it will be punished heavily by Davide. Because he still has the fusion. And yeah, here goes the combined creation with already enough names to be used. There it is. And yeah, this is the usual opener. If we don't see an interruption, we can access the Twin Dragon and just add up to 2 Memento monsters from deck. This does so much. Then let's take a look. Thinking about which effects to activate. Yeah, he's gonna use both the twin to bring back a level 6 or lower, and then for his own effect, special summoning both. Impressive stuff from Davide, as usual. Bone Party is added. And they can even get, yeah, back the fusion. Wow. Such a strong show of the deck.
Yeah, and here once again, David is just showcasing us how the deck, you know, needs to be played. And I mean, what should you be afraid of? Because I don't think Nibiru at this point in the game. Maybe the Lightning Storm, just to keep in mind. Is the only card that that comes to my mind.
Yeah, but even then, hard to say if it can even be that strong. Cross Ship coming down. About 10 minutes remain, which is still plenty. And here is Bone Party. Wow. Exactly 3 spells. Yeah. Able to special summon back a spellcaster. What a combo from Davide.
Under Lancia as well. It's no, I mean, well, we have mentioned this before. I mean, it's I think by far is one of the best players in Europe to play Memento. It's super difficult to play it. We mentioned this, but if you know how to do that, well, I guess this is what you deserve to see. And here, what a show off from Davide. Now, bringing onto the field Despilated Knight.
And just in case he used the Agave Dragon to gain edge in terms of life points. And now with the Herald of Mirage Lights, he sets up a spell and trap negate for that Lightning Storm.
I mean, what a opener from Davide. Now, play is with Nicola.
Yeah. We do have Lightning Storm, I believe. But not only can we possibly negate it if we have a Fairy, but not even sure what that would accomplish.
Oh, there's the sales ban.
Sales ban, yeah.
I think this is the first time we see it
Sales
this
ban
weekend.
into Lightning Storm, I think. Definitely an interesting card. And there comes the Lightning Storm. And yeah, seems like we are just gonna chain the SP to protect some of our monsters. And it's going to be the Herald. But now we can use the field spell, which allows us to special summon a monster with a level lower than the one that has been destroyed. So as you can see, still Davide with quite a large field and that fusion. See, I think he is, yeah. He has also just used the effect of the Abakiri, and Davide is just fine with it.
Yeah, goes for the ritual. Well, of course, that lightning storm was quite impactful. We really need to see how this will end up being for Nicola. Yeah, I think the turning point here might have been that you know, the lightning storm being activated from Nicola, but still, you know, there will be the there's the SP Little Knight that was used in this turn.
Yeah, Sales Ban plus Lightning Storm giving it an opening to Nicola. But will that really be enough is the big question. And there comes the fusion. To which I think... oh, is there a response? A bit of confusion, I guess, from both sides, but...
Not sure what happened, to be fair, yeah.
Yeah, because I thought he tried to use his ritual, but it doesn't matter if you discard because the fusion can use materials in the graveyard. And yeah, priority right now is just safeguarding life points because you are ahead by 300 and it's only 3.5 minutes. And there it goes. Never count Davide out.
Yeah, here Nicola is just continuing, just trying to find his way. Let's see if he activates the prayers, and he does. And here...
And the bomb party again.
Yeah, I think here it just... Yeah, I think they're just resolving all of their effects, and that there's only 1 minute remaining, basically, on the round.
Yeah, only a minute remains. Gonna be extremely close, but I think Nicola failed to scratch the life points. And now the SP is gonna come back, and it looks as if Davide really managed to keep his opponent at bay, although barely. And now, with only a minute remaining, I don't see how he's losing this game.
Yeah, 10 seconds remain here. I think Davide will soon enter battle phase if he manages to do that, because time is approaching. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well